What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video. And before we jump into that, did want to just mention MMOtimer.com. It's a great website to use for boss spawns, so you can see what time different bosses are coming up, and you can select which server works, EU, NA, or any server there to keep track of what bosses you need to head out to. So with that said, let's get over and take a look at what we're talking about today. We've got the KR patch notes from this week, and they are pretty much directly in line with what we saw the previous Global Lab patch notes 1 week prior. So it doesn't always happen where it comes exactly a week in and they hit pretty much exactly the same. But if you didn't catch that video, let me talk about a couple things, and they have just a few new tweaks that actually should impact gameplay just a little bit. So first of all, we do have the Kuno buffs that we talked about, so I'll go through these pretty quickly since we did cover them in the Global Lab and they were unchanged from one to the other. They did keep it exactly the same as what was tested on Global Lab. We've got Saw Chakram now pull monsters to the Kuno on successful hits. Halo will now decrease its target's DP on successful hits. When casting Lethal Spin Spree holding LMB will add 2 additional spins, 4 hits per spin, giving you a maximum number of hits from 12 up to 20. The Saw Spree of Sonin's PvE damage has been increased at max from 868 to 1134. We have the following commands have been added for Flow Wrath, LMB after casting Flow Indignation, and LMB after casting Dance Macabre. Following commands have been added for Flow Indignation, exactly what we just said, except it was in red previously and now in black. Combo Fluidity from Chakram Rise to Wheel of Wrath has been smoothened. Delighted Blast's Lunar Explosion damage now has a 100% critical hit chance in PvE. Lunatic Discus final 3 strikes attack range has been increased. Attack will be more centered and concentrated. Pressing both LMB and RMB at the same time will now prioritize the LMB skill over the RMB one. Wheel of Wrath's first hit attack and second hit will be applied to its targets immediately and spontaneously upon cast, and Wheel of Wrath's 1-hit air attack and 2-hit down attack will now apply properly. An issue where Saw Chakram's training horizontal slash number of hits was reduced were fixed. An issue where Lethal Spin Spree's number of hits was reduced when attacking in a certain direction has been fixed. So that's all for the Kuno stuff. The feedback when we talked about these on the Global Lab overall was kind of mixed. It felt like the Kunos that did play, obviously everybody likes buffs, right? But the feedback in general from what I heard was that it wasn't enough to bring them up to par with other classes and their PvE ability. So do you guys still think that's the case? If you play on KR, what do you think about it so far now that you've had it from Global Lab going to live? Let me know in the comments below. A couple of shy tweaks. We got an animation for when another adventurer or NPC runs into it while she's standing has been added. While in combat, Shy can hop on her mount immediately after interacting with it. This is one of my favorite buffs, and since this is now live on the KR servers, I'm really hoping we get it this week, and if not, probably the week following that. But the Cron Meal buffs, essentially the Cron Meals are now just as good as a food buff rotation, eliminating the necessity for those, which is going to make my life much easier when grinding higher end zones. So really excited for that to come in. Buff bar optimization, this still was on the Global Lab server as well, but I didn't talk too much about it. Essentially they've divided the buff bars into 3 sections. So you're going to get debuffs, you're going to get your item buffs in another bar, and then you'll have your skill related buffs above that as well, in addition to having some buffs, like for instance the T9 horse skill buff have been reduced into a single icon. Also the campsite tent buff, you're now going to get all 3 buffs that you can get from the campsite for it combined into one single buff. It now will only cost 1 million silver, and it lasts the same 90 minutes as the lower priced ones previously. But you can see there. Here we've got items. When a character's karma goes below 0 and some of his or her items lose their effects, raising the karma back above 0 will instantly and immediately restore those items. This may only apply to KR servers PC Bang exclusive items, so not us. Cliff will now give you the summoning scroll that you need in order to complete the Cliff weapon, and then the mount issue where pressing R when you're on an NPC you weren't able to dismount, you now hold S and then press R. Again, that was on the Global Lab as well. So let me know what you guys think if you didn't catch maybe the Global Lab. I know this was a little bit repetitive with just a couple of new things in there, but that's pretty much all that was added with the KR. That was expected with the Global Lab. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so that you get notifications whenever new videos do go live, which is quite frequently. And if you want to catch us live, in the description down below, there is a link to the Twitch page. You can just jump over there, drop a follow so you get a notification for a live stream. We do have a long one both tonight and tomorrow as well. Tonight being 6 p.m. Eastern, and if you are in the EU and can't make that one, tomorrow will be 10 a.m. Eastern, which should be a little more in line with your time. So come on by, say what's up, and we'll catch you then. With that said, that is going to be it for this video. Everybody take care, and I will see you next time.